Yeah. So let's come back to our actual discussion. So last session where we stopped. Last session where we stopped. Anyone? Last session where we stopped.
Arguments.
Yeah, we discussed about the
Argument.
arguments, right? Okay. Tell me different types of arguments. Different.
Positional argument,
One is like positional,
default arguments,
like default, and then one is like
third
keyword.
arguments,
Keyword.
variable length
Right.
arguments,
Next one is like variable length, right?
keyword variable length arguments.
Variable length arguments or not. Okay. So I'm going to ask some questions, just you want to answer it. I have a function like this. Here n1 comma n2. Now here print n1 plus n2. Okay, just what is positional argument? You can take fn. If I write like this, exactly error is what? Fn call take to, okay, fn call missing, right, to positional parameters or not. This is the error, right? Which parameters? So n1 comma n2. Now tell me, f1 call missing two positional parameters. That means what? Here whatever you passed, those parameters, can I say like what? Positional parameter or not? But for my first position n1, for my n1 you need to pass some value. For my n2 you need to pass some value. Yes or no? Okay, while calling the function, whatever the values you are passing, okay, direct values you are passing, those values we can say like what? Okay, positional arguments or not positional arguments or positional parameters, you can say. Here if you pass more or less, then the time you can get the error. Now you pass like less, for example, then the time you can get like what? This kind of error or not. If I pass like this, then the time, what is the error? You can get like what? Fn take two positional parameter but three were given or not. Take two positional parameters or arguments, okay, but three were given. Three were given. Like this you can get the error or not. Yes or no? Up till okay. This is the position parameters. That means while calling a function, okay, from the first position which value you need to pass, second position which value you need to pass, those values you have to pass it. Okay. Now what about the default one? What about the default one? What about the default? Same one you can take it. Default parameters where we can pass while calling the function or while defining the function, where you need to define the default parameters at the time of defining the function. Okay, we can set the default values or not. Now tell me, if I call fm, I don't want to get any error. Okay, for that, what change is required in the function definition? While calling the function fn, you can get the error. This is the error, you can get it. But my question is what? While calling the function like this only, I don't want to get any error. Okay, if you don't want to get any error, what change is required in this particular definition? What change is required in this particular definition? What change is required? If you call like this only, you can get the output is like what? This one. My question is what? I want to call like this only, but I don't want to get this kind of error message. Then what change is required in this line? Anyone?
And
Object.
one equals to some value and two equals.
Can I add like some value? N1 is equals to some value, you can add it. Okay, N2 equals to some value, you can add it or not, like this. Yes, no. Okay. Whenever you define a function, whatever the values by default you set, those values you can say like what? Okay. those values we can say like what default value for that particular variable or not. So whenever you define a function, if you set the default value to the particular variables, you can say like what default parameters terminology wise, more than that nothing. Now if you define like this, if you call like this, what is the error you can, okay, what is the error you can get it, will you get the error or not? First tell me, will you get any error? Will you get any error in this
No.
case? No, right? Okay, you not get any error. So output is what? Output is like 30. If I call like this, then what is my output? If I call like this, what is my output? When my default values we are going to use means, if you not pass the value, you are calling fn. First position, did you pass any value? No. If you not pass any value, it is going to take the default value. So my n1 value is what? 10. Second position, did you pass any value? No. If you not pass any value, then the type, okay, whatever the default value passed, that default value is going to take or not. Yes or no? So in this case, my output is like what? 10, 20, 30. If you come to this one, fn 100, okay, you pass the first position parameter, right? Okay, first position value passed. So whenever you pass the value, it is going to take your value. So my n1 value is like 100. If you not pass the second value, that's okay, fine. My n2 value default, how much? 20 is there. So the 20 value it is going to take. So in this case, my output is what? If you pass, it's going to take your value. If you not pass, it is going to take what? Default value. That's it.
Default
120 or not. Okay, here,
300.
here 300. That's it. Here 300. Understood? Here you pass both the values. That's the reason it is going to take your value or default value. It is going to take your value. So 100 plus 200. It's like 300. Okay. So default values or default arguments we are going to place at the time of defining the function or not. At the time of defining the function, not at the time of calling. Okay. Default values, how it looks like variable name and variable value. Okay. Now this one only I'm taking. If I write like this, can anyone tell me the answer? Is it valid or invalid? At the time of defining a key value pairs, if you add, those are what? Those are what?
Keyword or
At the time of defining
default or
the default arguments. At the time of calling, if you pass like a key value pairs like this,
keyword or
keyword arguments or not. So it means you are passing for this particular n1 10 value, n2 20 value are passing or not. Yes or no? Got my point? So here, if I write like this, n2 equals to 20, n1 equals to 10. Okay, if I write like this, fn 20 or 10, fn 20 comma 10, tell me. If it is like a keyword arguments, order matters or not? Order, no.
not matters.
Okay, here the keys matters here. N1 value 10. Here N1 is the second one, but still my N1 value is what? 10 only or not? N2 value 20. Okay, here my N2 is like a first parameter, but still my N2 value is what? 20 only. But here positional arguments you are passing. First position, which one is going? First position, which value is going? Come on. First position, which value is going? First position is like 10.
10.
Second position, which value? It's like a 20 or not. But if you come to this particular one, first position is what? N1 value 20. Second position is like N2 value 10 or not. So here order matters or not. But if it is like a keyword arguments, order matters, no. Okay, you can pass the values in any order, but here the keys matters here. The keys, based on the key, it is going to assign the value or not. Got my point, all of? One. Up to here, okay? What about variable length arguments? Variable length arguments, tell me. Variable length arguments. What about variable length arguments? I have a small requirement is there. Okay, if I write like this particular function take how many parameters maximum? 1. Okay. Now, if I write like this, maximum 2. If I write like this, maximum 3. But my requirement is what, I want a function. I want one function. Okay, that particular function should hold any number of values, any number of parameters. Then you want me to go like this? Is it recommended way of going? If you go like this, it is exactly maximum take 3, okay, or not. But my requirement is sometimes 3, sometimes 10, sometimes 100 also, I don't know. Okay, my function take how many parameters, I don't know. Okay, it's like dynamically 10, sometimes you can get it, 20, sometimes you can get it, sometimes 0 also. In that case, write a function which can hold any number of parameters. Then how we can write a function? In that case, how we can write a function? One, how we can write a function? Hmm? Come on, how we can write a function? Hmm? You can write a function. Can I write like this? Come on. Like this, huh?
Yes, sir.
If you write like this, that particular argument, how we can say? That particular argument name is what? That particular argument name is what? Hmm? Last session we discussed it, right? That particular argument name is what? This argument name is what? It's like not a normal, right? It is like a variable length argument or not? It's like a variable length argument. Yes or no? Now, this particular A can hold any number of values or not. If you not write like this, star, if I write like fn 10, comma 20, okay, fn 10, yes, fn 10, comma 20, will it work? Fn 10, comma 20, comma 30, will it work? Tell me. Come on. Here it is going to work, but here, whatever you can get it, fn call take one positional argument, but two were given. Fn call take, okay, how many positional arguments? One positional argument, but three were given. Like this, you can get the error or not. But my requirement is what? But my requirement is what? I want one function which should hold any number of parameters, any number of values or not. Now, here it is okay, but these two throws an exception or not. Okay, so that I want to write one function which should hold any number of values. If I write like this, it is valid or invalid at this moment? It is valid or invalid, this statement? Hmm? This statement is valid or invalid? Come on.
Invalid.
Invalid. What exactly the error was?
Missing one
Fn call take one. Fn call missing one required positional argument A or not. Fn call missing one required positional parameter A or not. So here it is not work. Here works. Here not work. Here not work. But my requirement is what? Okay. It should work for all these calls. Can you do one thing? Can you change the function definition? It should work for all these function calls. For that, what kind of change is required in this particular definition? You want me to go with the normal variable? You want me to go with the normal variable? No,
No.
right? Okay, then you can go with what? Okay, you want me to go with the normal argument? No, then you can go with what? variable length argument or not? You can go with the variable length argument. Now tell me, this particular function, okay, returns me what? You not pass anything. What it returns? It returns an empty tuple. Okay, here what it is going to return? Okay, here what it is going to return? My a value 10 comma 20. It's like a tuple. What is this tuple? We'll discuss in future. We'll discuss. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that one. 10, 20, 30. These are the, okay, if you not pass anything empty tuple, and this one is like a one value, two values, three values, it is not through any error or not. But if you remove this one, it is works for only this one. It throws an exception for all these or not. Agreed? Huh? Okay. Okay, there has another one also there, that is called as a variable length argument. The next one is like what? Variable length argument. Okay, the variable length argument is this one, right? Keyword variable length argument. Keyword variable length argument. Variable length argument. Okay, keyword variable length argument, it's a kind of dictionary format. At the time of dictionary discussion, we will again, okay, discuss about this keyword variable length arguments. For now, okay, these four you can remember. One is like positional arguments, another one is like default arguments, the next one is like keyword arguments, the next one is like variable length arguments. Okay, everyone? Come on, up to here, okay? Hmm?
Yes, sir.
Any questions? Okay, then. Now, the next one is like the important concept. We can start with the OOPS concept. Okay. See, this concept directly you may not use, but internally in each and every concept uses this OOPS concepts. Okay, that's the reason these are like very, very important. Okay, let's start. First of all, Python, I said like it's like a functional programming language, at the same time object-oriented programming language also. First day we written one statement or not. Functional programming as well as object-oriented also. Now we are going to discuss some topics. After that, okay, you only can come to know like what is functional, what is object-oriented. That time, once concept completed, after that we can discuss what is object-oriented and what is functional programming language. Okay, for now, okay, I'm going to write some piece of code. Okay, just try to understand. Okay, now, okay, so very simple question. Just I want to tell something about one particle. One particle is nothing but just, okay, you can take like, okay, one vehicle you can take it, car you can take it. I want to tell something about the car. Okay, tell something about the car. In our programming language, you can tell something about the car. Okay, first of all, if you want to tell something about the car or color, you can tell or not. That's all. Okay, total wheels you can say. For example, just don't think more. Okay, front wheels how many, back wheels how many. Like that, you can tell something about the car or not. There has some other stuff also there. General things you can take it. Now, see, there has, okay, front wheels too. How we can represent the front wheels? FW equals to, can I write like this? Yes or no? Whenever you save some data in future, if you want to use it, you can use it. If you want to tell something, okay, if you want to show some other person, you can show it. Now I can show like front wheels is like 2. Okay, if you want to store some data, then you can go with the variables or not. Okay, next, come on, back wheels equals to 2. The next one is like what? The next one is like what? Come on, color, right? Color. Okay, the next one is like what? Total wheels I want. Total wheels. Now tell me, I have this variable, I have this variable. I want to find the sum of these two variables. Okay, first day class. Okay, functions first day. functions first today. Find the sum of two numbers. Then the time, how you find the sum of two numbers instead of writing n1, n2 and sum equals to n1 plus n2 outside, what you did that time? That time what you did? Come on, that time what you did? You written one function or not? Okay, def. Next, what is my function name? What is my function name? The proper name. Total. Can I write like this? Total wheels. Okay, na? After that, function representation. Next, after that, come on. After that, function body. We can say the elements which are inside the function body. We can say, okay, the members which are inside the function body. Members is nothing but some statements we can say. We can say these statements are inside the function body. The statement which is following some indentation, that statement should inside where? Inside the block or not. The statements which are inside this block, I can say like what? Those statements inside the function or not. So here, can I write like, okay, sum, okay, or total wheels is like what? Total wheels is like what? Print front wheels plus back wheels. Like this, can I write it? Yes or no? Now, can I write something like this? You only tell is it valid or not. You only tell is it valid or not. This particular statement is valid or invalid. Syntactically tell me. Def, okay, you define a function. Get color is my function name. The next one is like function representation. This is my function body. Yes or no? My function can return some value. Yes or no? Possibility there or not there? My function can return some value or not. Here, nothing is new. Did you observe? You know how to create the variables in Python. Yes or no? You know how to create the variables in Python. You know how to create a functions. Yes or no? How to create a functions or not. Four types of functions we discussed, right? Function with parameters, without parameters, function with return type, without return type. Here, function without parameters. The next one is like what? Function with return type. I return two functions. Okay, but the thing is, if you observe these all, okay, these FW, BW, total wheels and get color, these all are work for the same cause. Did you observe? These all variables and functions work for the same cause. What is that? It tells something about your core or not. Yes or no? These all are working for what? Working for the core, right? These all are work for the same cause or not. Yes or no? Okay, there has multiple variables. Okay, how many variables are there? Okay, two variables. Here, how many functions are there? Two functions are there. These all are work for the same cause, right? Then why I need to write individual like this? If these all are work for the same cause, which represents about something about the core, can you wrap all this stuff, okay, and keep inside a single entity? Okay, that single entity, can I say like a core like this? Okay, now if you observe here class car, after this colon is there. Wherever you see the colon in Python, what did you understand? If you see the colon in Python, what did you understand in Python? It's like a block. Okay, now after that particular colon, okay, it's looking for what? The statements which are following the indentation. If you not follow, that's okay, fine. Okay, it may throw an error or something is happened. But okay, as per my requirement, just I want to keep all these things inside the block or not. Now see here, front wheels and back wheels are there. That has two functions are there. These all are work for the same cause. In that case, I don't want to write individually outside. Can I keep or wrap in a single entity? That single entity name is like what? A class or not? Okay, now if you observe in the reverse, the class core contains what now? What it contains, what it has? My
Variables.
class core has what? FW, BW. The next one is like what? One function, another function. So my class contains what? My class is a collection of what? My class is a collection of what? My class is a collection of variables and what? variables, and these are what? These are functions, but terminology wise, we can say like a method. What is the difference between function and a method also we'll discuss. Okay, now for now, if okay, don't confuse. Those are like functions only. You can say functions only. After that, you can change like a, the name is like a method. Yes or no? Okay, my class is a collection of, come on, variables. My class is a collection of variables and what? And you said like methods, now you can follow methods only. Okay, if you don't know about the methods for now, just keep in your mind it is like a functions. Yes or no? So what is my class? My class is a collection of variables and methods. Can I say like this? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, so my class is now what? My class is a what? Here my class is what? My class name is what? Class is core. My class name is like core. Don't think more. Normally we just class name is like core. My class is a collection of variables and methods or not. Okay, whatever you keep inside the class, those variables and methods work for what? Work for that particular class. Here, work for core. Yes or no? It tells something about the core, front wheels, back wheels, total wheels, get color like this or not. Agreed, everyone? All are okay? Shall we write the class? Okay, okay then. Let's go and write the class. This time, so far we used what? So far we used Google Colab notebook or not? Colab notebook or not? Today I don't want to use Colab notebook. Just I want to use the same notebook only in your local. Okay, so how you can open the notebook in your local? We already discussed it, right? Come on. How open the notebook in your local? Hmm? In your local,
Open
open the notebook.
open command prompt.
Yeah. First, I asked you to install what? Pip install notebook or not? Yes or no? Pip install notebook.
Yes, sir.
Okay. After that, you can create a folder. Inside that folder, you can open the command is like what? Jupyter notebook or not. So here, see, go to local notebook. I created like one folder, open the command prompt. Just you can type like what? Jupyter, Jupyter notebook or not. Jupyter notebook. Now, if you observe here, it is also similarly looks like your Google Colab only, but that is cloud. This is local. To connect with that, internet is required. Here, no internet, nothing is required. Okay, see here. Okay, this is my Jupyter notebook user interface. Go to the file, new, what is that? New notebook or not. Okay, if you face any issues in your setup, just let us know, we can fix it. So select it. So can you do one thing? Okay, if you have any questions, you can ask. Go to, I can say udschool.com. So here we have full stack Python is there. No? Okay, just join this group, WhatsApp group. Okay, for our easy communication. Okay, join this group and you can ask the questions. If you're stuck with something, just you can ask the questions. Okay, we have okay some other persons also there. We added. Okay, they are going to help you. Okay, they are going to help you. Avinash is the person who is the admin. Okay, okay. If you have any questions, you can drop. Okay, he is going to help you. Okay, he's acting like a Python lab coordinator. Okay, he's going to help. Okay, just join here. Okay, then now let's come back. Now see, it is looks like what? Similarly looks like our Google Colab only or not? Google Colab only or not. Okay, let's go. First, I want to create a class. I want to create a class. So if you want to create a class in Python, which keyword is required? Which reserved word is there to create the class in Python? Class only. So can I create a class? What is my class name? Come on. What is my class name?
Right.
My class name. Now my class contains what? Just now we discussed. My class contains what? Collection of variables and come on,
Function.
and methods or not. Okay, functions you said, right? Okay, what is the difference between method and function also we'll discuss. Okay, now can I write like a, come on, df total wheels, now onwards I, okay, we repeatedly, okay, discussed about some of the error message, right? Now onwards you have to see the error message and you have to tell me the fix for that. Understood? You have to see the error message, you have to tell me the fix. Okay, I already told to you, important, very very important, the error messages. By seeing that error message, now onwards you have to tell me the fix. Okay, okay then. Now here can I do print fw plus bw. Okay, now def, next one is what? Come on, def get color. Okay, any name you can give it, but based on your requirement. Next, return what? Right. Done. Everyone is okay. Now tell me, in this particular block, how many statements are there? In this particular block, car block, how many statements are there? One, two. This is one statement whole. 3 and 4 statements are there. In this block, how many statements are there?
Only one.
Only one, right? After this block, how many are following the indentation? Those statements are belongs to that particular block. How many are following the indentation? To this particular block, how many following the indentation? Only one, right? Here also, how many are following? Only one. Okay, now? So can I run this one? Syntactically valid or invalid? Check it. You not get any error. For example, if I remove this one, okay, now if you run this, now see syntax error, expected something or not. If you not follow the guidelines, then the time you can get which error? If you
Syntax
not follow the guidelines, then the time you can get which error? Syntax error or not. You can get the syntax error. Okay, now you should have to follow the syntax. You should have to fix that one. You should have to follow the guidelines. You should not ask why this is expected like this one means, okay, I don't have any answer. Why? Because you need to follow the guidelines. For my guidelines, there is no reasons, nothing. You should follow, that's it. Now if you come here, see my class created or not. Okay, now you define a class. Class is a collection of, come on, class is a collection of variables and methods, you can say. Okay, done. Now what is the type of core? What is the type of core? What is the type of core? Okay, you didn't understand, right? Don't think like, okay, some different core types. Okay, for example, n1 equals to 10. What is the type of n1?
Variable.
It's a variable. The variable is a variable. That's it. N1 is a variable. The type means the data which is holding. Based on the data, okay, you have to tell like a type. Okay, which type of data it is hold?
integer.
Integer. So my N1 type is what you can say? Integer. So how we can find, if you don't know, no problem. We have a predefined, okay, predefined member is there. If I write like this, okay, now see this, you can get the, yeah, okay, you can get the message is like what? My N1 type is what? My N1 type is what? Come on.
Int type.
Yeah, int type or not. Okay, now same like this, what is the type of my core? That is my question.
Strings.
If you don't know, okay, type of, come on, type of core, type of core. Now if you run this, okay, if you run this, okay, it's going to give like what? It is going to give like what? Type. Just you can print some more, okay, information. If you want to get it, just you can print it. Okay, print something more. Okay, if you print like this, what is the type? It is like a class type or not? Yes or no? It is like a one kind of type. It's like a class. It's like a predefined type one. Don't think more about that one. Okay, now it is like what a class type you can say. My core is like one class type. My core is like one class type. Understood, everyone? Come on. My core is like one class type. Up there, okay? Okay then. Now my class is ready. There is no errors, nothing. Now I want to get some information, some service from the class. Okay, how many wheels are there? Front wheels. To my car, how many front wheels are there?
2.
Two. Okay, I want programmatically those. How we can get it? Can I access like this? What's my answer? What's my answer?
Not
If I
defined.
access like this, what is my answer?
Not defined.
Now, if you see here, name FW is not defined. Now onwards, you have to tell. This error message we already discussed multiple times, right? If you see this error, what do you think about this error? What do you think?
Looking for someone that there is not defined.
Yes, you are right. Looking for FW, but the FW not in the context. Okay, FW not in that particular scope, you can say. Okay, now you can see overall FW there or not there. Somewhere it's there, but that is inside the class or outside the class. Come on.
Inside.
Inside the class, but you are trying to access FW outside the class directly or not. One member is inside the class, but you are trying to access directly outside that class. Then you can get the error is like what? This FW inside the class, but it is not outside the class. You should not use. If you use it, you can get the error is like what? FW is not defined or not. Okay, this error not only for this. Now BW, what is the error? Okay, the next one is like what? Total wheels. Okay, what is that? Name is not defined. Okay, get color. Okay, now you have to tell one statement now. You have to tell one statement now by seeing this one. What is the statement, you know? Is it possible to access the members of a class directly? Is it possible to access the members of a class directly outside? Is it possible to access the members is nothing but, don't think, variables plus methods. I'm going to use the terminology like a members. Otherwise, in our words, is it possible to access the variables and methods outside the class directly?
No.
No, right? No, right? We can't. Okay, this is one of the proof. If I access also, you are getting like what? Name get color is not defined. Then what's my question? Next question only you can tell. What's my next question? How we can access the members of a class? That's it. How we can access the members of a class? Can anyone tell how we can access? How we can
Using the
access the
object.
members of a class? By creating an object. Okay, what is an object? You can see simple. Okay, now for example, class is nothing but, think like this, you can easily understand. Class is nothing but some idea. Okay, so in your mind, car is not present in your, okay, in your mind, just car, you are thinking about the car physically in front of me. Car is not there, but I'm thinking in my mind, my car front wheels two, back wheels two, my car color is this one. If I count all the wheels, it's like 4, like this. In my mind I'm thinking. Okay, whatever I'm thinking, just I put on paper. That's it, like this. That's okay. Okay, in my mind, just I'm thinking. Okay, what I'm thinking, just I written something on my paper. Okay, now tell me, it is physically available. Just okay, it is like my view now. It is physically available, or it's my just my thought. Tell me at this moment. Just it's my thought. That's it. Now, if I ask the question, hey, front wheels how many? then that time in your mind too, okay, but you have to prove it, right? If you want to prove my car should physically available, yes, no, then only you can prove it or not, yes or no. Come on. Whenever, okay, somebody asks the question, hey, tell me how many front wheels are there, total how many, what is your car color, I said like red, no, show me, okay, prove it. If you want to prove, then the time object is available or not. So whenever object is available, then only it is ready to use. Hey, show, okay, see front wheels how many, back wheels how many, see my car color, okay, these all I can prove it or not, yes or no. So can I say like this, my class is nothing but it's a kind of thought, that's it. Okay, if you have a class, there is no use. Okay, you have a thought, there is no use. When you can get the services from the class, okay, front wheels too, then I can tell exactly if that particular object is available or not, yes or no. If the object is available, then only it is ready to use, yes, no. Come on. Object is nothing but, don't think more. One chair, that is an object. Bench, that is an object. If that chair is available, then only I can sit, right? If the object is not available, then how I can sit? How I can use it? Yes, no. Same like that. Class is nothing but I have a thought. Just I put on paper. When it is ready to provide the service, when my class is ready to provide the service, tell me. When my class is ready to provide the service,
When there is object.
when an object is available, when that particular class object, another object not, right? When that particular class object is available, then it is ready to provide the service or not. So whenever in your program now onwards class you return, there is no use. You have a class means you have to create what? You have to create what?
Object.
Object or not. Okay, now three things. In your hand variable is there, what you will do?
Use.
Use it. Use it. That value you can use wherever you want. In your hand function is there, what you can do?
Call it.
Call it. Call it. In your class is there in your hand, what you will do?
Create.
Create an object and call or use the members of an object or not. Yes, no. Everyone is okay. Agreed with me? So your question tell me now. Question tell me. What's your question next? How to? Come on. How to create
Create
an
object.
object for this particular which class? Which class? Or class or not. So in Python, how we can create an object of this particular class or not? In Python, how we can create an object for this particular which class? Car class. If object is available, you can access what? Car is available, you can access what? I can see the front wheels, I can see the back wheels, I can see the color, I can find the total numbers, okay, total wheels and everything or not. Yes or no? So how we can create an object? Very simple. If you want to create an object in Python, okay, to whom you want me to create an object? To whom you want me to create an object?
Car.
Oh, okay, simple. That's it. Okay, there is no new operator like Java, .NET, okay, JavaScript, nothing is required. Directly you can call that particular class. That's it. It gives me what? It gives me what? It gives me what? It gives me
Address.
object. Okay, object is nothing but physically available in that particular place. Address. Yes, no? Okay, so that it gives me what? One object. If they given me one object, can I hold with one variable? Somebody gives me something. Can I hold with one variable? Yes, no.
Yes.
They is providing me something. I can hold with one variable. Yes. Okay. Now, one object is available, right? In your hand. If you have a car object in your hand, what you can access? Tell me one by one. I can access one. Front is able to access or not. So that tell me the syntax you only. Once you have an object, by using this dot notation, I can access the members of a class or not. Yes, no. Come on. If you have an object of a class, I can access the members of that class by using which notation? Dot notation. Next one is what? Obj dot
VW.
back wheels. Can I? Yes. Next, now you may get the error. You have to explain that error. Okay. Obj dot. What is that? Total wheels. Okay. By seeing this one, you should have to tell. I already told to you. Come on. What is this? Hmm? Hmm? This error message you saw or not in the past?
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me then. What exactly
Yes.
issue was?
Mm,
Core total
Python.
take 0 positional arguments, but 1 was given. That means what? Okay.
Argument was given.
Tell me. You're right. Tell me.
Python passing a argument.
Take 0 positional argument, but 1 was given means they are giving one extra. Yes or no? Come on. Now, can I reproduce this error simply? How we can reproduce? Okay, na? Okay. Now see. What is that? Reproduced or not? Tell me. How we can fix it? How we can fix it? Two ways you can fix. Come on. Two ways you can fix it. One is he is passing, right? Can you take it? Come on, see that. No error. No error. Okay, first fix, okay? He is passing. Then can you take it? You are giving. If I take, no issues, right? That is one thing. The next one. He is not taking. Don't give it. Don't give it. This is another fix or not? Yes, no. Come on. Yes, no.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay? The same theory apply here. Same theory apply here. Obj dot total wheels you are calling. Okay, is nothing but this one. Okay, like this for example. Obj dot fn you are calling. Here obj dot total wheels you are calling. Now you are getting the error is like what? Take 0 positional arguments. Here also take 0 positional arguments. This guy is giving or not giving up by seeing this one? Tell me first question. Come on. While calling
giving.
this particular function, are you passing something?
No.
Visible.
No.
Okay. That means by seeing this one physically, it is something visible to you. Pass some data like that? No, right? Okay. Here you are not pass anything. Here also you not hold anything, right? Then why you are getting the error then? Why you are getting? Why you are getting?
Python is defaultly getting the value.
Here, physically, if you observe, you are not passing proof. Okay, see this. Am I pass anything? No. Okay, here, are you taking anything? No. But still, you are getting the error. Okay, what? While calling this one, okay, this particular one, take 0 positional argument, but 1 was given. That means this particular call, by default, internally, here giving something or not. If 5 given, I can take it. Okay, I can remove it. But this is given by whom? Some value given by whom? Python people. Okay, they added. Okay, in my Python, while calling this particular function using an object, they passed some value. Okay, if it is physically available, if I pass, I can remove it. But passed by whom? Python people. If it is passed by the Python people or some other person, I don't have any other option. You should have to take that value here or not. See here. Here I am passing. That the reason. Okay. I can remove it. I can remove it. I can fix it. But here who passed? You na Python.
Python.
Is it physically available? Something like you passed physically available. Is it
No.
visible to you? No. If it is not visible, how we can remove it? So this concept, removing concept will not work. If the removing concept is not work, what is the next one to fix this?
Taking.
He is giving, right? You can take it. What's wrong with that? You can take it. Okay, you are going to use or not a secondary. He is giving, just you can take it. Fixed or not. Here also same story, right? Your zero positional argument, but one was given. Who given? I'm not. Python. They are giving. I don't know. Okay. They are giving. How I can stop also, I don't know. They are giving means, can you do one thing? Can you do what? Can you hold it? Can you hold it? Yes or no? Got my point. Clear, okay, everyone?
Yes, sir.
How we can hold all these things, we'll see in the next session. So far what topics we covered, just complete each and every topic. If you have any questions, as I said, post in the chat. Okay, now onwards, just we are going to take like Friday session is like, okay, completely we are going to ask the questions, you can answer it. That kind of interaction session we are going to take, as well as lab. Okay, we are going to give some assignments, you can do it, that kind of stuff. Okay, na? Okay, just join that group. So that is like easy communication. Okay, if I'm not at class, then the time I can easily communicate with you, as well as, okay, if you have any questions, we can resolve in the chat itself. Okay, so join in that group. Thank you guys, thanks for joining. Bye.